to make sure that she's having an impact in different layers, in different levels, and really attacking this problem at its source. She also mentioned that she is working with sponsors, so it's not just about... Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy Luis Porteles, and for today's video we have a very special reaction because we're gonna be talking about Miss World India Manasa Varanasi, and most importantly her Beauty with a Purpose project. The reason why I wanted to film this video is because if you guys noticed, I recently released my top 10 picks for Miss World 2021, and of course Manasa Varanasi was my #1 pick for this year's edition. Of course, that's just simply a prediction, but the reason why I put her in that position is not only because of her performance during the competition, but most importantly for me, because of her Beauty with a Purpose video. And for those reasons, I wanted to take a moment to watch this video with you guys, react to it, and give you some of the opinions why I think that she has a huge chance of bringing the Blue Crown back to India this year. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you do, don't forget to leave a like so that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, let me know in the comment section what do you think about the video, Manasa's Beauty with a Purpose project, and what are your hopes for the upcoming coronation night of Miss World 2021. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. I really hope that you enjoy it.
More than heroes, we need more heroic acts in our world. Dhairya was a brilliant student, a standout in school with dreams of becoming a doctor. But one fateful morning, her dreams were cruelly snatched away from her.
I got married after completing 10th in 2018. Someone else called 1098 and rescued me. At the time I feel I get a chance for my bright future, continue my study, further study.
Dhairya is not alone. There are thousands and thousands of children like her who are pushed into child marriage or child labor. One cause stood between these children and a future of darkness. 1098. This is the child care helpline and my project to help the government of my state, Telangana, in their efforts to prevent any kind of distress to children.
There we have the first part of her Beauty with a Purpose video, and honestly I'm gonna be fully transparent. The first time that I watched this video, I thought that she was going to talk about like a line that is in her locality, something that the government came up with in order to protect children. But what is really impressive is that this is one of her initiatives in order to protect children of her community and really find ways to get them out of situations that might be related to violence, harassment, sexual abuse, illegal marriages, and many other scenarios that we know that children go through. I also have to give her props for her storytelling skills because she found a way to introduce her cause without even having to say her name. Up until this point, she hasn't even introduced herself, but we know already what she stands for. I feel like that's so important for a Miss World to be able to connect with people and be able to tell their stories effectively. And she's doing so with very remarkable communication skills and in such an eloquent way. So far so good. Let's keep watching.
Every year, part of the WTCW's mission involves identifying and rescuing such children in distress. The 1098 hotline is truly a lifeline for this effort. This place dates back to 1945 and its founder trustee is Mahatma Gandhi. Here at Kasturba Gandhi National Memorial Trust, rescued children are not only taken care of but also given the freedom to lead a life that they deserve.
Any sort of physical or verbal or sexual abuse on children happens, we receive a call to 1098. We need to rescue the child immediately and we need to alert the allied departments like District Child Protection Unit and Task Force Police.
A second major challenge is the ability to respond in real time to a call of distress.
Earlier it was not a big issue, but this COVID pandemic has highlighted several gaps. And how do we reach the children in time? Of course, we have a very efficient police department working alongside with us, but this another vehicle will be complementing those efforts, and our psychosocial counselors, our child rescue workers who are trained in this can also reach there in time.
For this second part of the video, I'm really impressed about the fact that this organization has been able to work with local authorities. We know that I mean, depending where you are in the world, sometimes there might be a lot of corruption, and these type of things are not always possible. You know, very often we see organizations that are just left by themselves and really having to struggle and try to come up with ways to really accomplish their objectives. But in this case, I'm guessing that because it is such an important cause and something that should be really at the core of the focus of the authorities, that they really decided to get behind it. I can only imagine the amount of work that this organization has to put in order to help all these children, because it's not just about getting them out of this toxic environment, but it's also then bringing them to the center, making sure that they have everything that they need, not only to have a safe environment, while also giving them tools to live behind the trauma, to learn, to be well fed, and eventually helping them transition back into society.
This idea changed me because here was my chance to change the world. One of the biggest partners on this mission is the local police, without whom no rescue mission is successful.
A country develops with a culture of law-abiding citizens, whether it is knowing the do's and the don'ts when you are handling kid, child right, prevention of drug abuse. There are so many things in which the country can really grow.
The first step was creating awareness of the 1098 hotline. As a spokesperson for the campaign, I used public events, social media, news, and TV to create awareness. The second pillar of my mission was helping the rescue effort respond to calls of distress. Over the course of the past year, I worked with the government and corporate sponsors to help raise funds.
Wow.
Today, Project 1098 has a dedicated and growing fleet of vehicles specially equipped to ensure the comfort, security, and privacy of the children and staff. All across the state, these specially designed vehicles help rush children to safety and create more awareness of the mission. One of the biggest points he talks about is the fact that before these vehicles even existed, rescue workers had to go by public transport. And this was a huge issue because when you are alerted about sensitive issues like child labor, child marriage, and begging, you need to be there on time because every second counts. And he also says that the best part about this vehicle is that it's child friendly. When a child is rescued and sees that they are about to enter a vehicle with men in police uniforms, they're often intimidated. And this is not how a child should be rescued because they must be welcomed and they must be treated with respect and warmth. And in such cases, this vehicle will also protect them if at all the case escalates to violence. And so this vehicle is a real lifesaver to not only the rescue workers, but also the child who is going to be rescued.
Yo, in my opinion, when you look at this entire thing so far, and it's not even over, I feel like she's already doing the work of a Miss World. Of course, she's doing it on a local level. She's doing on a national level by implicating herself not only with the children. You can see her right here interacting with them, also working with the organization, with the local police, and even with the government to make sure that she's having an impact in different layers, in different levels, and really attacking this problem at its source. She also mentioned that she is working with sponsors, so it's not just about dealing with the authorities and doing the work, but it's also about looking for funds, bringing visibility, making sure that people know that this line exists, because you can have this amazing infrastructure and having all the things in place to help the children, and if people don't know about it, they just simply won't call the line. So there's just like so much work that goes into this that honestly I find that it's really impressive.
There is so much work to be done, like extending
Precisely.
this program across all of India, strengthening our support services with vocational training and exercises and counseling, and I can see many sleepless nights are ahead. I became a Miss India determined to have an extraordinary year. I didn't want this year to be only about me, because in all the work that I do, I am reminded of this moment from back in my volunteering days. As a teacher volunteer, I was in the middle of my class. There were all these children running around me and my surroundings were utter chaos. But I never felt more at peace and at bliss than in that very moment. Today, in the chaos of children who have learned to smile and laugh again, I revel in the same happiness and find the strength to carry forward with my beautiful purpose. Project 1098.
Wheels of change, beauty with a purpose. Wow. I mean, how can you not love her? Absolutely, this was amazing from beginning to end. Not only the way that she presented the entire project to the audience, but just like all the work that went into it. I still cannot believe that she has been implicated in so many different levels when it comes to this organization, because we know that, I mean, in my very humble opinion, most candidates really will attack one level of the issue and they will put all of their energy and effort in that area. And there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, these are beauty queens. We don't expect them to change the world overnight. But to see someone who has really gone the extra mile to be able to have a bigger impact, it's remarkable. You have to give her props. If you haven't watched my video about my topics, one of the things that I discussed is that this year Miss World, in my opinion, has really taken a hit when it comes to their public image because of all the drama, all the post-dated event, the issues with COVID. And at the end of the day, you know, I feel like in order to rebuild their brand, their public image, they need someone who will be able to connect with the audience and have a real impact, not just with the people who need help, but also making a change with governments, with the people that create and modify laws, helping them get visibility, helping them get sponsors. And I think that Miss India is really, really fit for that position. So there you go, you guys. That kind of justifies the reason why I put her as my #1 pick for this year's edition of Miss World 2021. Please sound off in the comment. Let me know what do you think about her Beauty with a Purpose project. Let me know if you agree with my opinion. Of course, you're entitled to have your own picks, and I would love to hear all about it, so let me know. While you're at it, don't forget to leave a like on this video so that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, come here and give me a hug, because that's a little tradition on the channel. You know that I love you, that I appreciate you. Thank you for coming and spending a few moments out of your day here with me. And until I see you next time, please stay safe, be kind to one another, sending you all my love, all my kisses, and I'll see you on the next one.